NGOs and budget private school. Just going to dive in. Very easy question. What is NGO Mela? Right? You have been looking at our communication. With what do you think is NGO Mela? Pallavi, if you could read out some answers from the chat box, because I can't see the chat box right now.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay, any guesses?
So yes, there is an answer in the chat box from Sushmita Pencil Bricks. Oh, there are a lot of answers which just come in. So, a virtual space to connect. Someone saying where a lot of NGOs come together in single platform. It's a space to connect and know more about each other's work. True. Getting all NGOs together at one place to have conversation with LCPS.
Okay, LCPS, that's low fee, low income private schools. Great, amazing. You all are absolutely right. It's the first Mela that brings 13 NGOs together to share their offerings with budget private schools who are all on this call today, and hence the excitement is double. Just quickly diving in. But why do you think Barefoot came up with this initiative? Would request answers to come up, like someone to come off mute and answer this. It'll do if you want to put it on the chat box, but it'd be really nice if we can take 2 or 3 responses from the audience.
I would want to share. I'm Anushri from 321 Education Foundation. So I think this initiative helps because this is a collective effort. We are all working towards similar goals, and getting all of us together at one platform definitely helps in having to reach out to more people at the same time.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, Farid sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. As we say that, to grow a child, the entire village is required. I think this is what the basic idea of bringing all the NGOs together towards the school so that we can help the child and the school to grow.
Thank you so much, sir. I think we all resonate with that proverb. We have Pranjal, sir, who would like to answer.
Hi, Arunama. Thank you so much. So I had a word with Soumya some days back, and I realized that, kind of Barefoot has been working with, the grassroots schools, the budget private schools since a while. And I think over a period of time, you guys realized the core issues that are affecting the budget private schools significantly. And this is kind of your initiative to help them, access a gamut of services, which will kind of, really enable them to come out of the entire issues that they're facing with respect to COVID, and also bring them towards sustainability. So I think it's a initiative that you guys are doing, where you're not only just connecting to random people, but you are kind of understanding the needs and requirements of both of them, understanding the finances for both of them, then we're going to make a match in a win-win. That's
Thank you so much, sir. Pallavi, if you would like to take some responses from the chat box.
Yeah, so there is an answer in the chat box that it minimizes the effort of NGOs and schools by bringing them all at one place to explore possible collaborations to address the challenges.
Thank you so much, Pallavi, for reading that out. And yes, like you all rightly pointed out, this is a space for networking, for connection, but there was a reason to do so. And the reason was we went back and asked our schools what do they want, and we realized that they don't have any access to training modules. That becomes their most worry, because all of the school leaders want their schools to become the best schools maybe in their community, and then just upskill their teachers. And there's no access to training modules, or there are limited access to training modules. Plus there is a shortage on the resources that's available. And other than that, there are lack of networking opportunities with organizations like you. And we realize, because we are in this sector, we can be the bridge between the organizations and the schools. So hence this NGO Mela. Just very quickly introducing myself. I was waiting for most of those participants to join the call. So I'm Arunima, and I am the Renuma program lead at Barefoot Foundation. Renuma is a school principal incubator program, and I have a lot of colleagues right now over here who have different tracks, and are program leads of different programs in Barefoot. But this Mela is something that we all together planned, and it's been executed because all of you came together. So it's just to enable school partnerships and to showcase what these 13 NGOs are doing, and whether those programs can benefit our schools, right? Just a quick sneak peek into the NGOs who are right now on this call with us. Just a virtual cheer or a woohoo by school leaders would be great to encourage our wonderful 13 representatives from the 13 organizations to start off with their pitch. So Barefoot team, if you can give a woohoo.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Renuma principals, if you can give me a yay. You can just unmute yourself and give me a yay. Thank you.
Hey.
Hello, sir.
Land principals.
Hi, hey.
Hi, hey, anything? Great. And everyone, if you can just unmute and whatever you like to say, right? Yay, woohoo, all the best. You can just go on and unmute yourself and tell that to 13 representatives.
Hi.
Hi.
Great. Thank you so much. You will be meeting each representative from each organization shortly. Just quickly diving into the agenda for today. So we are right now at the opening ceremony, and we are going to start our pitches by NGOs. First 6 NGOs are going to present their pitch, and then you're going to go into a 15 minutes breakout room. You will be given the option to choose into which breakout room you want to go according to the pitches that are being presented by the NGOs. Post that, we have a short 5 minutes break. When we come back, we will have the pitches by 7 more NGOs, and then we'll have the 15 minutes breakout room space for you to network. And the last 10 minutes will be a closing ceremony, right? Okay. Not wasting too much of time, I'll call on Shushmita from Pencil Bricks. Shushmita is the co-founder at Pencil Bricks Foundation, and it's a non-profit organization that is dedicated to making life skills simple, fun, and accessible to everyone through play, stories, and internship. They are here to present on a very special program of theirs. Shushmita, you can take the stage.
Thank you so much, Arunima. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, you can now, Shushmita.
Okay. Okay, Arunima, if you could just give me a heads up if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen. Go ahead.
Great. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Good evening. This is Sushmita from Pencil Bricks Foundation. I'm the co-founder. We are here to make essential life skills easy, fun, and accessible. When I say essential life skills, we focus on four main areas, which is communication, where it covers your speaking and listening skills, interpersonal, where it covers teamwork and leadership, and then we move on to self-management, which is how to stay positive during the chaos and difficult times, at the same time, how to aim high. And lastly, we focus on creative problem solving, which is, again, your creativity and problem solving skills. So these are the focus areas of focus skills that that our programs are designed around. Now let's understand, why do we need essential skills or essential life skills? Children who have the skills deficit become distracted in their classrooms. Their academic performances are usually low, and there's a lot of behavioral management issues, and at the same time, they don't know how to manage the stress. So we understand that from the research as well, that essential life skills play a major role in the development of a child, be it personal life as well as professional or academics, and when they are making career choices as well. Now that we have established that essential life skills are directly related to academic achievement, let's understand the challenge behind why schools, or why there's a lack of life skills education in India. Children and youth have limited access and exposure to life skills. At the same time, understanding what exactly life skills and how to teach is hard, and assessing the child, where exactly the child is at, and where to what is the next steps for the child, is kind of difficult for the schools and teachers to focus on while focusing on the academics. That's where we come in. So we want to make essential life skills easy, fun, and accessible. We believe that storytelling is the most easiest way, as well as an effective way to influence, inspire, and teach. So our program is about skill-led stories, which means where we have a series of storybooks through which we impart the life skills, we impart the skills, and there are supporting teacher materials, which are your teacher books, and there are audio books designed for parents to be able to reinforce the skill once the child is back at home. Now, one more thing over here is that once there are storybooks, there are also sort of activities that are designed to be able to practice the skill along with the, understanding the skill and then practicing the skill as well. How we do it is through 4 steps. Initially, we identify the schools. Once they sign up, we onboard them, we conduct a needs assessment and a baseline test, understand the needs, and then map the resources in the programs, and then execute the program. And finally, we hold a skill graduation day where we conduct an inline assessment, as well as we generate report cards on the growth of the children. The outcomes, again, as you can see, there are higher levels of literacy, numeracy, higher academic performance, as well as their social, emotional competencies are improved as well. Here are a few glimpses of our books and resources. And there's some activities that we designed, and as well as a skills tracker for teachers to use. So we would like you to join us in empowering children with life skills, essential skills. Here are 2 different models through which you can join us and be part of our, or we can collaborate on. The only difference being in model 2 is where Pencilbricks team would be more intervening. Again, these are based on the needs of the classrooms and the teachers. So we can definitely decide and pick on which model suits best for which schools. You can reach out to me at on my number over here, or to my email as well. And I think post this, we will be sharing a form with you, where you could, if you like our programs, you could sign up as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sushmita. I guess that was a very strong start. Just a virtual cheer from everyone here to you. Participants, if you have any questions for Sushmita, or you can just note them down, and you can join her breakout room to ask her those questions and take it ahead, right? Okay, quickly moving on to our next organization. So Nav Gurukul, we have Nitesh here from Nav Gurukul. Nitesh, can you just tell us a hi if you're here?
Am I audible?
Yeah. Okay. So Nav Gurukul is a non-profit organization which is working towards financial empowerment of students from underprivileged sections of the society. They offer a fully funded skilling and recruitment program in software engineering and graphic designing that enables them to secure aspirational careers. So Nitesh, the stage is all yours. You can go ahead and share your screen.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, but your voice is really soft.
Yeah, and now I am audible.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are. Um,
I'm
yeah.
Nitesh.
Will it be possible for you to keep a video on?
Maybe have some network issue.
Okay, no problem.
Hi,
Will do.
I'm Nitesh from Navgurukul, and
We can't hear you.
hello. Now I am audible.
Yeah. Now we can hear you.
So, Navgurukul started in 2016, and our motive is that कि जो भी underprivileged students होते हैं, जो because of their financial conditions, they are unable to.
Nitesh, your voice is like tuning in and out.
Now I am audible.
Yeah. You are.
So, Navgurukul started in 2016, and we want to support underprivileged students. Those are really genius, but because of their financial condition, they are unable to take admission in the good colleges like IIT, NIT और ऐसे colleges जिसमें पढ़ाई बहुत अच्छी होती, skills सिखाई जाती, but because of their financial conditions, they didn't have opportunity to go on that kind of colleges. So और ऐसे students जो ऐसी family से आते हैं जो underprivileged family से आते हैं, they also don't have 4 years of time कि वो पढ़ाई करें and then कुछ जॉब ले. सो इसका एक अल्टरनेटिव नवगुरुकुल ने स्टार्ट किया था जो कि है नवगुरुकुल, जिसमें हम 1 साल के कोर्स में प्रोग्रामिंग सिखाते हैं बच्चों को, और आफ्टर प्रोग्रामिंग जो कोडिंग सिखाने के बाद हम उनको गारंटेड जॉब प्रोवाइड करते हैं आईटी कंपनीज में. सो वन ऑफ आवर स्टूडेंट्स काजल, जिसने नवगुरुकुल ज्वाइन.
So, sorry to interrupt you, but your audio is really low.
Not audible.
Yeah, you were audible. Like once you had increased your volume, no? When you're done that, you were audible. Yeah.
Hello, now I am audible.
Yes, you are. So again, going back, like.
I don't know what's the issue.
So do you want to figure it out? We can go ahead with the next
Yes, I think that we should do that.
organization, and then we can give you another slot. Will that do?
Yes, you can do it. Yeah, maybe have some.
Okay, sure. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. 1 second. All right.
Arunima, you're on mute.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So the next organization that we have is Bal Janagraha, and we have Shraddha here from Bal Janagraha who's going to be presenting. Bal Janagraha's mission is to improve the quality of life of India's towns and cities through practical civic education and engagement. They aim to empower and enable every child to be an active citizen. Shraddha, you can go ahead and present your screen. The stage is all yours.
Oh, thank you, Arunima. I'll get my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so good evening, everyone. I'm Sharada from Balajanagraha program. So Janagraha's mission is to transform quality of life in India's cities and towns. Is my screen moving for you all?
Yes.
Yes, okay, thank you. So Janagraha's mission is to transform quality of life in India's cities and towns. So that depends upon citizens participating in their local neighborhood issues. So we engage with school students to empower and enable them to be active citizens. So how do we do this? It is the ability of people to engage in their neighborhoods and solve this civic issue when confronted with a problem. We started this program in 2002 and engaged with 5 schools. And today in 2021, we are engaged with more than 4 lakh students across 800 schools in 29 cities. And we have also expanded our program to 3 strands. And that is the aligned lesson plan. Then we have a civic action plan and our City, Our Challenge program. So aligned lesson plan is a comprehensive lesson plan, which is activity based for NCERT syllabus from grades 6 to 10. Then we also have Karnataka State Board lesson plans from grades 6 to 8. So which makes civic learning a fun activity in class. Then we have our civic action plan modules, which are directly linked with sustainable development goals. And they also enhance students' 21st century skills. And these topics are linked with our online hands-on civic project activity, which gives an opportunity for students to engage with their community. And this project can be done on the online portal with the link displayed on the screen, and also through WhatsApp chatbot. So what is the process involved in this online activity, project activity is students identify an issue, find out the root causes, and come up with a solution to solve the problem, and are able to implement them. And these project activities are supported by our facilitators and also our corporate volunteers and mentors. And over the years, the students have engaged in various topics, as you have seen on the screen, and have come up with some solutions which are very interesting. At the end of the project activity, students are awarded 2 certificates, one for the project activity and one on the 21st century skills. And also we give them a certificate which shows them the growth on their ladder, citizenship ladder. And this is a citizenship ladder through which we can identify the students' growth from passive to active stage. And I have a small video to show about, what students being students, they also have fun during the project activity. See, this is a project activity on recycling, and the student is wearing a dress made out of paper. And this is a small testimonial from our student.
Ma'am, your audio is not connected. So if you can just enable your computer sound.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think I'll come back to that screen a little later. So this is for any questions or queries you want to reach out to us, you can reach out to me at 974-1459-080. And my colleague Ranjita's number is displayed at 890-492-7717. And I'll just go back and play the video for you all. Just give me a second. Were you all able to hear the audio?
Ma'am, I think you're on mute.
Yeah. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll unshare my screen.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, you can go on to the next participant.
Okay. Ma'am, are you sharing your screen or shall I move on?
Yeah, I have unshared my screen.
Okay, okay. So anyway, we are going to share the decks, which will have the video with you post this call. So thank you so much, Shraddha ma'am. That was really great to see what you're doing in the active citizenship space. Yeah, just quickly moving on. Just wanted to ask Nitesh if Nitesh is ready to present.
Hi Arunima, this is Swati from Navgurukul. There is some
Hi,
network
Swati.
issue at Nitish end, so I'll be presenting on behalf of him.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go ahead?
Yes, let me share my screen.
Sure.
Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes.
Hello everyone, I'm Swati from Navgurukul, and my colleague Nitesh is also here, who is an alumni of our program. To start with the Navgurukul, we're a fairly new organization. We started with in 2016. The idea was very simple, that when it comes to higher education, the girl students specifically and marginalized students are not able to pursue it, be it in terms of lack of resources or opportunity or the availability of college or courses or finances. So how can we mold those higher education curriculum into a training model which provides all these skills and knowledge to the students, which is in the demand of the market, at the same time provides a promising aspirational career. So this was the idea, and we started with our flagship program called 1 year of software training program. So in this program, what we generally do is we bring the girl students from marginalized section who are minimum 10th pass to our campus. It's a fully funded program where we train them on software programming, English curriculum, and personality development. Once this is completed, we provide them a guaranteed job of 20,000 per month in SMCs and startups. So this is how we started in 2017, and now in this last 5 years, we have moved from 1 campus to 6 campuses. So we have campuses in Pune, Bangalore, Delhi, and Tripura for girls, and we have 1 in Dharamshala for boys. We have partnered with Delhi government and Tripura government to start the campuses in Delhi and Pune. And till now, we have supported 250 alumni with this program who are currently working in SMEs and startups from 20,000 minimum job to 16 lakhs per annum as a job, because the growth is higher when it comes to the coding curriculum. For a very briefly, when to talk about the program structure, as it's a fully funded residential program, we provide them all the accommodation, fooding, internet, laptop from our end. The student needs to take care of their personal expenses and medical expenses. And as the criteria is 10th pass as a minimum, and the age bracket is generally at 17 to 28. And they have to go through a simple 4-stage of assessment where we track their basic mathematics, algebra, English, and their cultural fitment. Once they complete it, they come to our campus, complete the program, and get a job in the SMEs and startups. Currently, in our 6 campuses, we are training 750 girls and 60 students as of now. For 20 NGO partners to in last year, we have partnered with 10 government, state and central government, and 60 plus NGOs across the country who have been supporting us in bringing the students to our campuses. And then we have the residential program is our flagship program. We have also started trying out with different programs in different model as well. Graphic designing is another program which we have started in one of our residential program. And then we started a Meraki app as well, where we are training the students in terms of introductory courses in software programming and touch typing through the Meraki app. and training the teachers through Samagra Haryana in terms of how they can get acquainted with the curriculum and then implement the same in the government schools across the state. This is the this is the campuses pictures which we have, and yep, this is a very short, crisp. We wanted to share about it. We really want that with this platform we can discuss on how we can partner with different NGOs, individual and collectives who can support us in bringing the students to our campus for this either the software programming course or the course on graphic designing. So thank you so much, Arunima, for bringing us in this platform. Post this, in this particular deck, we have shared the number of a Nitesh, a colleague. You can directly reach out to him, or we have also shared a link of WhatsApp group. If you are interested in this program, you can join the WhatsApp group and we can take the partnerships ahead. And all the other collaterals where you can get the nitty-gritty of the program and the organization that you can get in the drive. Thank you so much. Stop.
Thank you so much, Swati.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Just quickly moving on to the next organization. Yeah. So we have Badlav. We have Rosalie from here, from the Badlav team. Badlav Social Reform Foundation aims to achieve a sustainable world where every individual is inclusive, empathetic, and aware of their actions on the society and the environment. Rosalie, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Arunima. Can I share my screen? Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Nice.
So, can you all see it? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I'm Rosalie Shrestha from Badlav Social Reform Foundation. Thank you so much for having me here today. I would like to start by explaining or talking about the problem. The problem are these numbers that you see on your screen. What are these numbers? 70% of mothers in India consider menstruation to be dirty or impure. 40,000 is the number of women who die because of cervical cancer every year in India. 71% of girls have no idea what periods are. They have no knowledge about menstruation before they get their first periods. And 23 million of girls in India are forced to drop out of school annually because of lack of menstrual hygiene facilities and infrastructure. That's where Badlav comes in. Badlav Social Reform Foundation was started in 2019. It is a non-governmental, non-profit organization and is registered under Section 8 of the Companies Act. And we are working towards creating on-ground impact and bringing about profound behavioral changes on people. Our vision, as Arunima just very clearly said out loud, is that the world is a very sustainable one where everybody is very inclusive about all cultures, all genders, empathetic about their fellow human beings and aware of the actions that they can take on the society and environment. In Badlav Foundation, we have our project Saksham, which stands for Safe Knowledge on Sexual Health and Menstruation. And the main objectives for Project Saksham are, as you see on your screen, aiding period equity, eliminating period stigma, and eliminating period poverty. And in order to achieve all of this, this is what we do. We have interactive educational sessions and seminars for menstruators as well as non-menstruators. We provide training sessions for teachers and facilitators, either in schools or even in communities. And we also provide sustainable menstrual products if the user chooses to take them. How does this help? Increasing information and knowledge on menstruation allows girls and women to understand their bodies properly, which directly impacts their physical and mental well-being. When people know about menstrual cycle and the importance of menstrual health, They realize that this is not a taboo subject anymore, and that increases their confidence to talk about themselves and their bodies. Boys and other genders that do not menstruate are sensitized towards menstruation, and they know more about periods and are just more generally aware, which then promotes equality among men and women and other genders as well. For today, I will be explaining to you a 2-month program that we have created especially for schools, for low-income community schools, and this is a 2-month program that we have prepared, and it's completely volunteer-based. We'll be taking in these 2 months 4 sessions with each grade or each class. This is going on forwards from grade 5. There will be 2 training workshops for teachers and facilitators, and we will also have a mentoring program going on through WhatsApp support. We chose WhatsApp because it seemed like the most easiest form of communication to be using in India. In the long term, this is going to help us have more increased sensitivity, reduce the stigma around menstruation, which leads to informed children, informed teachers, and also lower illnesses and problems related to menstruation. And all in all, this creates a very safe space for students so that they know that they can talk to the teachers, they can talk to the mentors about any kind of problems they might have. Yeah. And if you want to join this program, you can find us on all of this. Our email is there, and social media. We'll be very much happy to give out our contact number as well later on. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rosalie, for bringing this out and taking a great initiative like yours to our platform. Quickly moving ahead, just a reminder for all the school principals to note down your questions for the networking space. Moving on. Okay. Next, we have Anagha from Saturday Art Class. Saturday Art Class inculcates social emotional learning into schools and organizations that serve children to create safe spaces for expression by engaging children in the process of creative exploration through art. Anagha, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Arunima. Good evening to all fellow educators present on screen today. I am just gonna quickly share. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Great. Okay, I will have to, yeah, my bad. All right. मेरा नाम अनघा नेत्रा है और मैं Saturday Art Class की तरफ से मौजूद हूँ. We believe that every child, चाहे वो कौन से भी social या कौन से भी emotional background से, economic background से belong करे, deserve करता है एक safe space for expression, जहाँ पे वो अपनी individuality का balance रख सके or simply exist as themselves and be creative in the classrooms. Therefore, at Saturday Art Class, हम teachers को train करते हैं capacity build करने में in visual arts integrated learning, जिसके कारण वो creativity और social emotional development अपने classroom में ले जा सके अपने children के लिए to strengthen and enhance their skills so that वो अपनी life में आगे बढ़ सके. हम ये काम 2017 से कर रहे हैं and जो बच्चों के साथ हम काम करते हैं, we have experienced that they have low levels of confidence. They struggle with communication, whether in building and maintaining healthy relationships or even collectively problem solving, which are very important skills in creative, social, emotional learning development, which needs to be built in the formative years. Because of the learning gap that they experienced in COVID-19 pandemic, the lack of access to these skills have further aggravated, because of which I believe that right now, even with national education policy focusing on building the creative and empathy quotient in children, we are trying to bridge the gap in terms of engagement and exposure to these arts and social emotional learning skills with low-income private schools as well as government schools across India, whereas we can train their educators and provide them the training and curriculum so that they can create safe spaces in their classrooms. Our vision is that हम हर बच्चे को creatively empower कर सके ताकि वो खुद में change लाए और अपने world के around अपने parents, अपने peers और अपने community के around change ला सके. And we try to strengthen and enhance trainings so that teachers can take in creative, social and emotional development quotients of their children to a higher level. Our solution is very simple. We partner with educational organizations like Barefoot to train and build capacity in their educators. And the trainings are very simple and conducive based on the organization, where it's focusing on building safe spaces to develop skills and mindsets to design processes, as well as build essential skills like confidence, communication, cooperation, and collaboration among students. Our program is also very linear. We build partnerships with organization. हमारा curriculum है for grade 3 to grade 8 और उन grade की teachers को हम training देते हैं curriculum और arts and social emotional learning में, which they take the resources and tools from and implement in their classroom. And then we assess the impact at the start and end of the month. I would be happy to give more details about the program in the breakout rooms if you're further interested. हमने 2017 से लेके आज तक 8,200 plus students को on ground impact किया है through 49 partnerships, and हमने 706 educators को arts integrated social emotional learning में training भी दी है. And from 2021 to 2022, with help of our train the trainer model, we have been able to impact several organizations across India, like Teach for India Mumbai, where we have educated 55 educators, and a partnership through a Mumbai-based, Dharavi-based organization called Reality Gives, as well as Pratham India Foundation, where we have impacted 632 educators across 12 regional languages. And we also have a digital resource because we realized the learning and digital divide that was created for learning and teachers not having direct access to students or like internet connectivity. We released our digital resource called In My Mind, which is a 12-session resource which anyone can access. My colleague might have put down the resource for you to access via our website. So far, we have impacted 35,791 children through it. And with our virtual classes, we have impacted 250 children across Mumbai, Pune, and Ahmedabad. If you wish to upskill your educators in arts integrated social emotional learning and learn more about us, you can reach out to me at the email ID that my colleague will be putting in the chat box right now. As well as there is a form that you can fill and we can get in touch with you. And there's a website link as well that you can go check out. Thank you so much for your time and thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anhaga, for sharing that with us. Very quickly, would like to invite the next organization. So we have Dr. Pallavi here from DigiSwasthya Foundation, which provides accessible and affordable healthcare services across rural India by leveraging technology. And it's done through the telemedicine centers in their marginalized communities. Dr. Pallavi, the stage is all yours. You can go ahead and share your screen.
Hi, good evening, everyone. It's great to see so many organizations here, and I see that we have 76 participants. And I'm hoping that there will be more people who will be joining us. Something that I heard through the previous presentations was that there is a common theme of trying to create a safe space. And I think that that is very important in an educational institution, because at that tender age, you're always looking out for support systems. That is when you actually build your first support system. And I'm just glad to see that there's so many people working towards it. What DigiSwasthya does is a little different from the other organizations in the sense that our education is more directed towards awareness, creating awareness around healthcare, around telemedicine, and teaching these marginalized communities how to avail these services. So as we all know that healthcare in India is a big challenge, and all of us are more aware of it now that the pandemic, since the pandemic set in. But what we don't realize is that it's worse in villages, it's worse in the rural areas. And this organization, DigiSwasthya Foundation, was started by Mr. Sandeep Kumar, who is a childhood cancer survivor. It took him 6 months to receive the right diagnosis, to receive the correct diagnosis that what he had, what he was suffering from is cancer. And that's when he realized that he didn't want anybody else in his village to just go through the same fate, to suffer from the same things. And what we see is that even now in remote areas and villages, there are people who neglect their health because of the lack of awareness. And which is why I think that bringing this to the schools is a good way to eliminate this issue. We can't entirely revamp the healthcare ecosystem, but the least that we can do is educate ourselves, educate the people around us. And here are some of the challenges that are listed that we commonly see: lack of doctors, lack of facilities, lack of infrastructure, the quality of care. Now, there was a study by the Lancet which showed that the quality of care, the poor quality of care, is the reason why more deaths take place rather than access to healthcare, right? And even when there is access, there is awareness, the cost, the amount of healthcare, the amount that it takes for these healthcare procedures, that is tremendous. And most people are not able to afford this. That's why DigiSwasthya is trying to make healthcare more accessible and affordable in rural India through technology. And like, Arunama rightly mentioned in the introduction, that we're doing this through phygital telemedicine centers. Now, what is phygital? It is a mixture of physical and digital. At these centers, you can see we have 5 centers all over India as of now. We plan on expanding soon. And if there is someone who would want to start something like this in their villages, feel free to contact us. I will share the contact details later in the slides. Now, at this center, it acts as a local node. So anyone in the village, when they're facing a problem, let's say somebody has a cold, somebody has a swelling that's persistent, they don't know where to go, they don't know what to do. So they can come to this telemedicine center. Now, because a lot of people have, this doubt that what do we do about Wi-Fi? Is there internet access? Yes, at this center, you will find that everything is digitally enabled and we facilitate the teleconsultations. Now, how is that done? You can see here, there's a flow chart that the patient visits the DigiSwasthya Telemedicine Center. There is a team member from DigiSwasthya who acts as the patient navigator. Now, we act as the bridge between these patients in rural India and doctors in urban India. So we connect them through telemedicine, through teleconsultation. And through this teleconsultation, we also are able to create an electronic medical record. A lot of people don't have the documents, they don't have the past history, they don't know what medications they're on, they don't know what surgeries they've undergone. So to prevent that from happening in the future, we create a digital record which they have access to, and doctors all across the globe can have access to in case they provide the consent. Now, after this consultation is over, the patient has the option of either going for further treatment. Now, that is what we call a referral pathway, which is very crucial at the primary healthcare level. We establish this referral pathway. We guide them to pharmacies, labs, hospitals where they might need further treatment.
You do your
We
work.
give them prescriptions. We provide them with second opinions. And here are some images.
I'll be just somewhere here.
Sorry, I think there's some disturbance in the background. Here are some images that you can see of teleconsultation happening. This is what it looks like. So far, this is the impact that we have created since you can see the timeline, and you can also see that it says 4,000 patients. By now, we are almost going to touch 5,000 plus patients, and we have 100 plus doctors on board, which helps us reach out to these many people. We did a comparative analysis as well, how much time and money a patient saves if they visit their local DigiSwasthya center versus if they have to go to the nearby city for treatment. These are some of the success stories, and it's all a part of the deck that you would be receiving. These are some glimpses from our awareness campaigns. We have door-to-door campaigns. We have online, we have webinars. We used to conduct a lot of those during the pandemic, and you can find those videos on YouTube. Few of the awards and achievements, media coverage, you will have access to all of this. So I'm just going to skim through that. These are some of the doctors who have been helping us. Our advisory board, that's us, the board of directors. Now, the most important bit for schools, for students, for teachers, for the principals, partner NGOs, how can you create an impact? Now, each teleconsultation costs anywhere between 50 rupees to 200 rupees. Some of our doctors also provide pro bono consultations, but the average comes down to 150, right? And when you do the math, you will realize that by donating 30,000 rupees, you can serve 200 patients. And with 500 plus patients, for 500 plus patients per month, which is served by one telemedicine center, you can donate 60,000 to run that center for a month. Right. We also welcome in-kind support. So if you have any old laptops, medical devices, of course, in working condition, because we need that for teleconsultations, right?
Hi, Pallavi. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the 4 minutes are up.
Oh, okay. No worries. I was almost done. Here is a slide with my contact details.
We'll be sharing this with
Sure.
the attendees first of all.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. I was done.
Just with the interest of time. That's it.
No worries. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing this. You are in the healthcare and like education, healthcare has to be accessible to all. So thank you for sharing this with the group. All right. You can stop sharing your screen. It's fine. Okay. Thank you so much. You have heard from 6 NGOs right now. How do you feel? Anything from that group? How do you feel?
Prakhar sir feels great.
All right. All right.
It's good to know what all other NGOs are doing, and it's a good, good information for us also.
Thank you so much. I see there are a lot of responses on the group as well, on the chat as well. Just for the interest of time, I'm going to present just a short recap of what each organization is doing. This is just for your information, and we'll go into the networking space. Just a quick 30 minutes to look at it, and then we can open the breakout rooms and participants can choose which breakout room to go into and ask their questions that they have noted down. If all the participants could just drop in a ready on the chat box just to see the majority, and then we can just open the breakout rooms. Organizations, representatives from the organizations have been already added to the breakout room, so you can go on and go ahead to join your breakout rooms. Soumya, if you could.
I see everyone is ready and excited to get in the breakout rooms.
Yeah.
We hope all of you are super ready and like all prepped up with your questions.
All right. Soumya, if you could start the breakout rooms, let us know if you have.
Yes, I have assigned the people from the organizations. Will the others just join wherever they want to join?
Soumya, I just want to ask you one thing. Can we switch a breakout room? That means if suppose we want to join some other breakout room also, can we do it? Which way?
If your questions are answered, then yes, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to just stop screen sharing just to see if the I still see all the participants here, so I'm going to keep the screen for some time till everyone moves on to the breakout rooms. Space to create. Okay, even organizations can go ahead and share how did they feel in the breakout room interacting with so many schools and educators.
Sorry, Anaga, I suppose we can we'll take it ahead again with Anupama ma'am. Yeah.
Great. I love the responses. And I see a huge smile on all the representatives' face. Sushmita, if you would like to share something with the large group.
Okay, thanks for putting me on the spot. So I think I really enjoyed answering the questions. It was really fun that how interested everyone is. So I was just finishing off one sentence with Sheila ma'am and then it got cut off. So yeah, but I'm really happy about it. Thank you for providing the space.
But we look forward to hosting another one so that you can interact with the school leaders at length. Yes, Farid sir.
Yeah, Miss, my experience, I was in Now Gurukul breakout room. It's very, I mean, it's amazing to see how much people are putting their efforts and the kind of outcome they are creating. I mean, it's just marvelous, and I'm very impressed. And looking at their work, I think I'm doing nothing. It's very inspirational. Like I got a lot of motivation. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Farid sir, but please don't say like that. Like all of our school leaders are really inspiring, and sometime the organizations will come up and hear your story and they will be inspired as well. So just with the interest of time, I would just like to ask the audience, if you're too tired, we can take a short 5 minutes break. But if you are really energetic and want to hear from more NGOs, we can move ahead. If I can get a quick thumbs up to move on, I'll understand what the large group.
Yeah, ma'am, you can move ahead. We are not tired at all.
Great. Thank you. I love the enthusiasm of this group. Amazing. I see a lot of thumbs up on the chat as well as on the screen. This is great, but there's something that we can definitely do. We can turn on our videos for like 2 seconds or so, and we can take a group picture. Right? This is something that we can do so that we all can see each other and get energized with each other's smiles. Yeah, I'd request Pallavi to just take a screenshot. Yeah.
I want everyone to smile. Okay, big smile. Okay, we have 3 screens. I would want to take off every screen, so I want to smile again.
Yep.
Smile. Once more. Last time. I see in the last screen, there's no one has turned on their videos. So please, if you all can just turn on your videos for just 1 second, or just 1 second, we just click a picture quickly. Okay. Smile. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It
you
was
so
lovely to see your faces. Without wasting much time, I'm just going to move ahead to the next section. It's just a continuation of me introducing representatives and you hearing them out. Don't want to have any entrance in the between. Right, we skip the break. The next organization, we have Shruti from the Apprentice Project, that's very commonly known as TAP. TAP builds social and emotional skills and provides exposure and opportunities to students from low-income communities through a choice-based learning medium around visual arts, performing arts, and STEM. I would like to invite Shruti to take the stage and share your screen.
Yeah. Hello, hi, my name is Shruti, and I know we're tired of this question, but I'm just going to quickly share my screen and you can let me know once you can see it. There. All visible?
Yeah, you can see your screen.
Excellent. So as Arunima rightly pointed out, my name is Shruti and I'm from an organization called the Apprentice Project. We work mostly towards the social and emotional skill development of children, and we do it through something that the children are passionate about. We give them a choice, we give them something that they truly enjoy, and we use that as a medium to go ahead and build skills that are essential for the real world. Through our multiple years of operations, we have met, and even before, we met several children like Shravan. So who is Shravan? Shravan apne school ke 5वीं इयत्ता में पढ़ता है. He has announced that he wants to be a scientist when he grows up. पर वो confident नहीं feel करता कि उसके पास वही skills है, वही resources है उस सपने को पूरा करने के लिए. He doesn't feel that he has the resources to actually afford to have that dream. Will Shravan be able to reach and fulfill his dream? Will he have the skills to remain employed gainfully even after his education? And will he have the leadership skills required to survive a tomorrow? So at the Apprentice Project, we believe that the best way to empower all children is by giving them a choice, by giving them the resources that they will need to become better leaders of today and tomorrow. So who are we? Quickly running through, we are founded by the alumni from Harvard School of Education, Teach for India, as well as IIM. We have impacted close to 3,500, more than 3,500 students directly and more than 10,000 students indirectly from low-income public schools. And we are also the winner of Harvard President's Innovation Challenge 2021 for our online learning model. What this model is, we'll quickly go through in the next coming slides. तो हम मिलके करते क्या है? So we offer engaging courses on coding, visual arts, as well as science lab. And through these courses, we build creativity and problem-solving skills. Along with this, we also provide real-time support and updates to our students as well as teachers. So what benefits do we offer? Hamare saath, why would you want to collaborate? Is essentially that all of our content and learning experiences are aligned with the National Education Policy of 2020. And all of these experiences come for students as well as the teachers and schools at no cost. Participating teachers also receive certificates for partnering with our organization, and there are active leadership boards, reward systems, and badges for students, which helps them remain motivated throughout the entirety of our courses. So why us? In the multiple years of our operations, we have seen we've seen that 80% of our students see 50% growth in creativity and problem solving. We've run successful interventions across Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Delhi, and Hyderabad. And essentially, we teach your students and you will facilitate the class, which means that nobody needs to step in and teach. We will provide you with everything that is required. So I'm quickly gonna, instead of me talking so much, maybe I can quickly show you a video that where our children talk about how our courses have been so far.
I think you will have to connect to audio.
Right, just give me. Yeah, you think this should do the trick?
हाय, मेरा नाम ईश्वराज है। मेरे स्कूल का नाम कायवाड़ी बॉयज नंबर 56/1 है। मैं 7th क्लास में पढ़ता हूँ। मुझे बड़ा होकर एक गेम डिज़ाइनर बनना है और मुझे कोडिंग की गेम बनाना बहुत पसंद है। अब बात करते हैं अपने गेम के बारे में। हमें
So I'm just going to quickly paste in the links to these videos in the chat as soon as I'm done with this. But essentially, we enable children to figure out what they're passionate about and in turn work towards their creativity, their problem solving, their confidence, as well as their communication skills. Going ahead, what does our vision look like? So essentially, we want to enable and we're working towards enabling all children from low-income schools to become leaders of today as well as tomorrow, that they have the skills, that they have the resources that is required for them to be leaders. How do we do this? So we work majorly on, as I said before, social and emotional learning, and we do this on the basis of 2 pillars. So we have the self-learning videos that are delivered through WhatsApp bots or classrooms. Activity plans are shared with children via WhatsApp or in class. They sign up for a course of their choice. We really like to focus on the choice-based learning part of it, and they receive weekly course-specific activity videos, again, through WhatsApp, or they're shown in class. We also need the school teachers' assistance in terms of self-learning. So the school teacher will engage the students, track the progress, and they will clear doubts, provide feedback, and motivate children to innovate better. Essentially, they'll create an ideal learning environment and work towards minor doubt resolution. तो हमारे 2 मॉडल हैं. The way that we go through these towards achieving our mission is vision is through 2 models. हमारा एक आफ्टर स्कूल मॉडल होता है. तो आफ्टर स्कूल मॉडल के तरफ के नीचे हम मेजरली व्हाट्सएप बॉट के थ्रू काम करते हैं. So we have a bot that we have designed, for which we received the Harvard President's Innovation Challenge award. And यहाँ पे हर हफ्ते एक जिस कोर्स के लिए बच्चे ने साइन किया है उस कोर्स का एक एक्टिविटी वीडियो व्हाट्सएप बॉट के थ्रू जाएगा. ये देख के बच्चे वो एक्टिविटी घर पे करेंगे और उसी व्हाट्सएप बॉट के थ्रू आइदर एक इमेज या फिर वीडियो उनके साथ शेयर करेंगे. टीचर्स का सपोर्ट यहाँ पे आता है कि हर हफ्ते उनको करीबन 35 to 45 मिनट का एक सेशन लेना पड़ेगा, जहाँ पे वो बच्चों को सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, बच्चों के कोई अगर सवाल है तो उसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, and in general create a healthy learning environment that pushes them towards engaging them in these videos. The Apprentice Project will, of course, support teachers with all the resources that are required. When it comes to giving feedback, we'll provide them with all the matrices and the parameters on which they can give feedback. We also work towards a superficial level of capacity building so that if there are any questions that are asked, the teachers are able to answer them as well. If in case the teacher is not able to answer or they themselves have any doubt, they can always reach out to us and we'll come back with a resolution within 24 to 48 hours. Along with this, we also have an active gamification, leadership board, as well as reward systems for the students. That was the after school model. In the in-school model, we recognize that not all children will have access to devices. They'll probably have major digital learning fatigue. So we have an in-school model wherein you as a school can take out around 2 hours of time within your school's timetable itself. Within these 2 hours, children will view the videos, they will conduct the activity, and they will receive feedback within the session itself. The teacher support comes in terms of facilitating this time. They can support in terms of actually showing the videos, making sure that there are no doubts, there are no questions, and in turn, making sure that every student remains engaged. In this way, teachers can actually see the impact that is being created by TAP's self-learning videos and the activities that they go through. As with the after-school model, the in-school model also has a very active leadership board. We have very good reward systems, and the entire system is highly gamified. So the support that you will receive from TAP comes in multiple ways. The teachers will always receive any and all kind of support from us, including technical support. We have certifications both for teachers as well as students. There is a new activity video, a new course video that is celebrated, that is shared every week. And there's an active community that focuses on celebration and acknowledging the efforts that each and every member within this ecosystem takes. So, we love celebrating, and we'd very much like for you to be a part of that celebration. If you're interested in taking up this opportunity, if you're interested in helping more children like Shravan, if you're interested in giving children the choice to dream, then you can get in touch with me. My name is Shruti Kulkarni. I'll be posting my contact details as well in the chat box. And my colleague is Monica. So the information is there on the screen. If you have any doubts, any questions, if you'd love to get in touch with us, I'd love to have a chat with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shruti. This is a great presentation. Again, would request the school leaders to just drop in, note down your questions. Just requesting the school leaders to note down their questions so that they can ask them to the team later on, to the specific organizations in their breakout rooms for the networking space, right? All right. Okay. We have Neha from Alhomora, the next organization who's going to be presenting. So Alhomora Foundation works with young adults from underdeserved communities to make career choices in alignment with their natural strengths and interests. Neha, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Arunima. I think, is my screen visible? Yeah, thank you. So hello, everyone. Thank you for being so patient and listening to us. My name is Neha Kanojia and I'm from Alhomora Education Foundation. Alhomora में हम करते क्या है, एक छोटी सी कहानी से सुनते हैं. जो पिक्चर आपको अभी दिख रही है, it's a student, our student called Akash. हम आकाश से तब मिले थे when he was in 11th grade and he was very confused कि आगे क्या करना है जीवन में, मतलब कौन सा करियर लूं या क्या कोर्स लूं पढ़ने के लिए. Through our program, Akash actually gained a lot of confidence. He identified his interest. कि क्रिकेट खेलना बहुत अच्छा लगता है, मैं रोज जिम जाता हूँ दीदी. ये सारे इंटरेस्ट को करियर में कैसे बदलूं? Akash then identified that fitness industry is something that he would want to, explore. और हमारे प्रोग्राम के दौरान आकाश ने इस इंडस्ट्री को अच्छे से एक्सप्लोर किया, इस इंडस्ट्री के बारे में अपनी एक्सपोजर बिल्ड की और इस इंडस्ट्री में experience भी build किया. And today Akash is a self-defense trainer with Krav Maga and Akash is also going to represent India in World Martial Art Championship. So that is what we do. Many students like Akash, so Alhomora's vision is that we create all such spaces like we have created for Akash so that they can make career decisions on the basis of their strengths and interests. हमने 2016 से अपना काम स्टार्ट किया था. We worked with 11th and 12th grade students of government school in Delhi and Gurgaon, and we have impacted 3,000 students. And currently, our alumni are in 12 different sectors, working. They're working in 12 different sectors. We also partner with the Delhi government on their two projects called the Desh Ke Mentor program and the Entrepreneurship Mindset curriculum, where we give them develop curriculum, train teachers and different stakeholders to implement this career exploration journey for our students. Now, हमारा program क्या है? हम अपने program को बुलाते हैं Career Shala. It's a 5-step career readiness program. And we have designed a career portal called careershala.co. जिसमें 10 अलग सेक्टर के careers है, 50 career के वीडियो है, plus 20 additional वीडियो है जो स्टूडेंट्स को मदद करती है इस एक्सप्लोरेशन जर्नी में. अब ये होता कैसे है ये एक्सप्लोरेशन जर्नी? ये 5 स्टेप प्रोसेस में पहले 2 स्टेप में हम बच्चों को इंस्पायर करते हैं और उनके एक्सपोजर को बिल्ड करते हैं. इन फर्स्ट 2 स्टेप्स में हमारे पास वीडियोस है अलग अलग इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट्स की जो बच्चों को अलग अलग करियर्स के बारे में बताते हैं जिससे बच्चे इंस्पायर फील करें. उसके अलावा हम बच्चों को करियर के अलावा एक जूम आउट व्यू देते हैं एक सेक्टर के बारे में कि अगर हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर है तो उसमें अलग अलग की तरह के क्या करियर एग्जिस्ट करते हैं. क्योंकि बच्चों को अगर हेल्थ केयर के बारे में बात करें तो उन्हें सिर्फ डॉक्टर पता होता है या नर्स पता होता है, बट देयर आर सो मेनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज दैट एग्जिस्ट इन अ सेक्टर. तो हम वो बच्चों का एक्सपोजर बढ़ाते हैं एज वेल एज कोई भी करियर का एक पाथवे भी बच्चों को दिखाते हैं कि अगर कोई करियर चूज करे तो उसमें आगे बढ़ने का रास्ता क्या होता है. जब बच्चे पहले 2 से गुजरते हैं और बहुत सारे करियर के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन लेकर आगे बढ़ते हैं तो वो कुछ 2, 3 या 4, 5 करियर चूज करते हैं जिसको वो एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं और रिफ्लेक्शन करते हैं, जो कि हमारा तीसरा स्टेप है. इस स्टेप में हमने बच्चों के लिए छोटे छोटे टास्क डिजाइन किए हैं. इस टास्क का मकसद ये है कि क्या बच्चे हर करियर को एक्सपीरियंस कर सके और ये समझ पाए कि क्या उन्हें मजा आ रहा है, क्या ये उनका इंटरेस्ट है कि नहीं. और ये आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए हमने बच्चों के लिए एक रिफ्लेक्शन क्वेश्चन गाइडेड क्वेश्चंस हमने डिजाइन किए हैं पोर्टल में जिसके द्वारा बच्चे एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं और रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं अपने एक्सपीरियंस के ऊपर. जब बच्चे तीसरे पड़ाव से आगे बढ़ते हैं तो उन्होंने ऑलरेडी बहुत सारा कुछ एक्सपीरियंस कर लिया होता है और उन्हें खुद के बारे में बहुत कुछ जानकारी पता होता है, तो दे फील मोर कॉन्फिडेंट टू टेक अ डिसीजन कि अब मैं कौन से करियर के बारे में प्लानिंग करना चाहता हूँ। एंड द फोर्थ एंड फिफ्थ स्टेप इज ऑल अबाउट प्लानिंग, कि अगर अभी आप स्कूल में हैं तो करियर के बारे में आप कैसे प्लान कर सकते हो। तो बच्चे प्लानिंग में किस किस तरह के कोर्सेज अवेलेबल है, कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटीज में जा सकते हैं, उनका एडमिशंस कब होता है, इस तरह की वो चीजें अपने करियर प्लानिंग में डालते हैं और एक गोल बनाते हैं कि मुझे कब क्या करना है अपने करियर को के तरफ आगे बढ़ने के लिए। ये हमारा 5 स्टेप प्रोग्राम है जिसको हम 2 तरह से इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं। जो पहला मॉडल है जहां पर हम डायरेक्टली बच्चों के साथ काम करते हैं, जहां पर हम स्कूल्स के साथ पार्टनर करते हैं, एनजीओस के साथ पार्टनर करते हैं, हम फैसिलिटेटर्स हायर करते हैं, उन्हें ट्रेन करते हैं, तो हमारे बच्चों के साथ जाके डायरेक्टली हमारे प्रोग्राम को एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं। जैसे हमने टीच फॉर इंडिया दिल्ली के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए ये प्रोग्राम रन किया है, जहाँ पर हम डायरेक्टली एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं अपना प्रोग्राम उनके साथ। जो हमारा दूसरा मॉडल है, जैसे कि हम देश के मेंटर प्रोग्राम या ईएमसी और अलग अलग एनजीओ के साथ हम क्या करते हैं, उनको ट्रेन करते हैं, उनके वॉलंटियर्स को, उनके मेंटर्स को, उनके टीचर्स को, so that they can go ahead and implement this program with their students. And we do support them with our resources, with our support in understanding what and how of the program throughout this time. What are we looking forward to? We are definitely looking forward to connect with like-minded people from different schools and organizations जो ऐसे space young adults के लिए create करना चाहते हैं, ताकि जब बच्चा स्कूल से निकले तो उसे उसके अंदर वो कॉन्फिडेंस हो कि वो अपना करियर खुद चूज कर पाए और सही कोर्सेज और सही डिसीजंस ले पाए अपने लिए. And if you would like to reach out to us, please, I have the contact details here on the screen, as well as I will be sharing a Google form with you. Would love to connect more with all of you and just have a chat with you and to discuss more about the program in depth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neha. That was really inspiring. The feel that you're making co-curriculars just not a co-curricular wing, but also turning it into aspiring jobs, right? And how do you see it in that angle? So that's very, very motivating. Thank you so much for coming up with that. Would like to again reiterate and remind the audience to note down your questions that they have for the organizations, to keep it for the networking space. Quickly moving ahead, we have 3-to-1 Foundation, and we have Anushri from 3-to-1 Foundation here. 3-to-1 Foundation have delivered impactful, user-focused and data-driven programs to educators to ensure quality education for the most vulnerable and marginalized students. Anushri, you can go ahead and share your screen.
Thank you so much, Arunima. Thank you for this opportunity. I will just share my screen. And sure. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Sure. So my name is Anushri, and I belong to this organization called 3-to-1 Education Foundation. हम mainly primary grades के साथ काम करते हैं, educators in primary grades and students in primary grades. 3-to-1 exists to ensure that universal acquisition of foundational literacy and numeracy until the very last mile. So far, since our inception in 2012, we have impacted nearly 158,000 students. We've reached out to nearly 9,500 teachers across nearly 800 schools through various initiatives. हमारा विजन है that हम वापस से इंडिया को बनाना चाहते हैं सोने की चिड़िया, and how we want to do it is we seek to magnify the spirit of every educator and every school so that they can in turn magnify the spirit of every child. Coming to the challenge that we are solving here. So in the year 2018, several reports stated that only 3 students out of 10 in class 3 could do simple subtraction and read a grade level text. एक normal 20 word का paragraph एक class 3rd का बच्चा नहीं पढ़ पा रहा था. And because of the COVID situation, the number has gone down to as low as 1 child out of 10. And we realize that our children have not acquired the foundational literacy and numeracy skills that they need to excel in higher education or to find jobs in future. And that is where 3-to-1 steps in. So obtaining the foundational skills of reading and basic math is a precondition for building a better India, because we always believe that till grade 3, a child learns to read, and post that a child reads to learn. But what we also realized was that, and it was a choice that we made, that most of the low-cost private schools in India, they are not on track to solve this problem due to various reasons, and they need some high quality early grade interventions. We need to work together to ensure that all children of India can read and solve basic maths. So what we did was we developed a very, very low cost project, PARAM, which is an acronym through which we are trying to do different things. So P stands for prepare. Who do we prepare? We prepare your teachers to be experts of foundational literacy and numeracy. We work with teachers of grades 1 to 5, English and mathematics teachers of grade 1 to 5, और हम उन्हें expert बनाना चाहते हैं in foundational literacy and numeracy. A stands for assess. Who do we assess? We assess your students and your teachers' performance to chart the best learning path for both. So we want to make teachers experts, but we also want to ensure that teachers impart the right kind of training in the classroom, and we assess the students to understand if there is an improvement in the student learning. R stands for remediate, which we try to do through various projects, such as providing a supplementary or a bridge curriculum to the schools. We have realized in the past 2 years, learning gap बढ़ गया है. You might have students in grade 1 itself. There are some students who don't know the alphabet. आपको अलिफ से start करना पड़ेगा उन बच्चों के साथ. There are some students who know how to read words. Some know how to read sentences. In all, there is a big mismatch and students are not at grade level. We provide you with tools and supports for teachers and for students to get them to grade level. And M stands for motivate. We are very high on celebrating and motivating the teachers, because what we realize is that they are doing the hardest job of all. And we also want to celebrate and motivate students. And we do that with various means, through in-person events, through learning exhibitions. And I'll speak about that in detail. So like I mentioned, P stands for prepare. How do we prepare your teachers? We prepare them through training modules. These are digital training modules, both synchronous as well as asynchronous. कुछ सेशंस Zoom पर करते हैं, कुछ सेशंस उनको अपने सॉफ्टवेयर पर करवाते हैं. हम डिस्कशन फोरम्स इनिशिएट करते हैं टीचर्स के साथ. We also do one-on-one personalized coaching, and we provide teachers with robust teaching tools. We assess your students and your teachers' performance. So we do a baseline test at the beginning of the session. हर month हम dipstick assessments करते हैं बच्चों के classroom में to check the improvement in student learning outcome. साल के end में हम endline test करते हैं to check the overall student learning outcome that a classroom has achieved. And we do a lot of feedback conversations, both with teachers as well as students. Remediation through concept building lessons. Bridge courses, we provide teachers with a lot of tools, a lot of worksheets for bridge curriculum. We provide teachers with lesson plan templates, which can overall support them in a classroom. We provide them with revision worksheets, and we provide school leaders with detailed learning reports of both the teacher's performance as well as the students' performance. And the last thing, which was motivate, like I mentioned, we motivate your teachers and students by celebrating both efforts made and the goals met. So there are certain goals set for teachers, and once the teachers reach their goals, we have a goal tracker, and if they reach their goals, we definitely celebrate them. We conduct learning exhibitions in schools, which are actually a means of letting the parents know, or showing the parents the kind of improvement they can see in their child's fluency as well as numeracy skills. We do a lot of virtual and in-person celebration events for teachers. And there is a formal certification for teachers who take our teacher professional development program through Param. And we also support schools and teachers to conduct effective parent-teacher meetings, because there are certain times जब आपको हर स्टेक होल्डर को कन्विंस करना होता है, उन्हें समझाना होता है कि स्कूल क्यों ऐसा कर रहा है, या what is the motive behind providing these kind of professional development trainings to the teachers or providing worksheets to the students. So we also help teachers and educators, supporting them for PTMs. How it all comes together for our beneficiaries through Param. So all the 4 things: preparing the teachers, assessing the students, remediation of the learning gaps through our bridge curriculum, and motivating all the learners, it always results in improved student learning outcomes. It results in improved teacher performance. The teachers feel confident, they feel like experts in what they are doing. And it also overall presents a very, very positive image of the school within communities. Because we mainly work with community schools, we have realized that our project really works in enhancing their vision or their image within the community itself. Our impact so far, so we have...
Sorry to interrupt you, but you just have 30 seconds to go.
Okay, so our impact so far, we have seen that we have jumped from schools which did not have 3-to-1 working with the early grades. The grade appropriate skills for English and mathematics have jumped from 25% to 78% within a year. And the teachers' performance has jumped from 53% to 75%. And like I had already mentioned, we have reached out to nearly 800 schools in the underserved communities of Mumbai, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. And we are hoping to reach out to as many as we can. This also has a video from some of our school partners who've been our partners for very long. I will do one thing, that I'm going to post it separately in the chat box for everybody to listen. And if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on my number or on the email ID that is given here. I can also share more details about our program Param with you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing this with us. It was really insightful to see what 3-to-1 has been doing since so many years. Would like to quickly move on. Just taking a check on time. I know we are running a bit late, but we still have a few organizations to present, and I'm sure they are going to get something very, very interesting on the table. So would like to request all the school leaders to please stay back. Till I share my screen, I hope that's okay. If you could put it on the chat box and just encourage the school leaders to present. Right. Quickly moving ahead, we have Aditi from Apni Shala. Apni Shala is a social impact organization working with children of low-income homes to build social and emotional competencies. Aditi, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. Hello and good evening, everyone. Mera naam Aditi hai and I am representing Apni Shala. To begin with, let us all think for once कि हमें कितनी बार पूछा जाता है कि how are we feeling, और कितनी बार हम अपने feelings को exactly name कर सकते हैं. I'm assuming कि बहुत ज़्यादा बार नहीं, not very often that we get asked that how are we feeling. But at Apni Shala, how are we feeling is the first starting conversation which we do with our students. We try to create safe spaces for all the children so that वो बात कर पाएं, वो emote कर पाएं, वो express कर पाएं कि वो महसूस कैसा कर रहे हैं, वो feelings को name कर पाएं. And why is this so important? Because emotions is something which informs everything what we do. हम किस तरह से behave कर रहे हैं, हमारे actions क्या है, what we say, how we behave and how we act. So that's what Apni Shala has been doing. I will quickly share my screen. So schools एक ऐसी जगह होती है बच्चों के लिए जहाँ पे बच्चे holistically develop हो सके, और अपनी शाला schools के साथ partner करता है so that हम साथ में मिलकर social and emotional spaces बना पाए बच्चों के लिए. Social और emotional learning जब मैं कहती हूँ तो इसमें हम ये कुछ skills cover करते हैं जो कि self awareness, अपने आप को समझना, relationship skills, responsible decision making, self management कि हम जो भी feel कर रहे हैं उसको हम किस तरह से manage कर सके, और सोशल अवेयरनेस. ये कर पाने के लिए हम 2 लेवल पे काम करते हैं. पहला कि हम बच्चों के साथ सोशल इमोशनल कॉम्पिटेंसीज को बिल्ड कर पाने के लिए सेशंस लेते हैं, इन स्कूल सेशंस. इसके अलावा हम टीचर्स, पेरेंट्स और जो ओवरऑल सिस्टम है जहाँ पे बच्चे रहते हैं, वहीं पे पढ़ते हैं, उन सिस्टम्स के साथ काम करने की कोशिश करते हैं so that they understand what SEL is. Parents, teachers can experience SEL for their own selves, and thereby creating a compassionate and inclusive spaces for all our children. हम ये करते हैं with the use of different kinds of activities, art, songs, drama, role plays, videos, and discussions in classrooms. With Apni Shala's vision, which is to create social and emotional competencies among individuals to constructively engage with society and have a harmonious coexistence, हम अलग-अलग लेवल पे पार्टनरशिप करते हैं. हम when I say अलग-अलग लेवल, we have two main partnerships model, जहाँ पे एक रहता है जहाँ पे हम schools के साथ directly काम करते हैं, which is a in-school model. वहाँ पे अपनी शाला के facilitators 1 घंटे का session लेते हैं on social and emotional learning. We also have teachers training and parent engagement, which is in the first model which I just shared. इसके अलावा हम एक और intensive तरीके से engagement करते हैं, which is an whole school SEL model. In this model, it's more intensive and the entire model is based or informed by SEL practices. इसके अलावा जो अलग लेवल की अपनी शाला की पार्टनरशिप्स है, they are facilitation of SEL, parents engagement और teachers training, training और curriculum on different levels. Curriculum भी हम impart करते हैं teachers के साथ and we partner on how can we build an SEL curriculum for different schools. So उसको हम contextualize कर सकते हैं on the need of our own partners. Assessment is something क्योंकि life skills या social emotional learning की assessment के लिए काफी सारे लोग अलग-अलग तरीके से उसको कर रहे हैं. So we also partner to engage and see how it is working and how can we support each other. And a whole school SEL transformation जहाँ पे हम SEL किस तरह से स्कूल में हर एक जगह पे यूज हो सकता है उसके बारे में बात करते हैं. तो अभी तक अपनी शाला 8 सालों में हमने किस तरह से अपने ग्रोथ को समझा है. I would like to take you through that. हमारे एक प्री एंड पोस्ट असेसमेंट टूल है विच इज अ 4-point विकर स्केल जहां 7 अलग-अलग की बिहेवियर दिए हुए रहते हैं SEL पे और जो भी फैसिलिटेटर सेशंस को फैसिलिटेट करता है वो ऑब्जर्व करता है ऑन स्टूडेंट बिहेवियर एंड द स्टूडेंट्स गेट मार्क्स ऑन दीस विकर स्केल. What we have observed so far in our intervention is कि जब हम पहले साल किसी स्कूल के साथ काम करते हैं तो जैसा आपको इस ग्राफ में दिखेगा कि जब पहले साल में जो कॉम्पिटेंसीज की ग्रोथ है वो बच्चों का 50% होता है. बट अगर वो इंटरवेंशन आगे बढ़ता रहे and we keep engaging with them year by year, so we have seen in 4 years if when the child comes to grade A, उनकी competency significantly बढ़ती है and it comes down to almost 80%. And that's why it's very safe to say कि SEL is a long term process और वो जितना ज्यादा और जितना in depth हम काम कर सकते हैं बच्चों के साथ वो उतना डेवलप होता है. I would like to share that in a country like ours, जहाँ पे the data shows that 1 out of 4 children who are aged between 13 to 14 years of age, they struggle with depression. Social emotional learning and creating a safe and inclusive space to understand and manage their emotions will not only support them to build the necessary skills, it will also support and impact directly on the way they are performing academically, and it will also develop them holistically. So I would really like to interact with all of you to understand आप लोग ये काम अलग-अलग अपने schools में कैसे कर रहे हैं and how can we support our children in a more meaningful manner. So if this interests you, I would love you to join the breakout room and we talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Aditi. This was really inspiring. Quickly just moving ahead and inviting Ritu from Vivitan Foundation. I'm just going to present what Vivitan Foundation does. So we have Ritu here from Vivitan Foundation, which nurtures entrepreneurship innovation through game-based programs in schools and college students, teachers, trainers, and youth. Ritu, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Arunima, and thank you everyone for having us here. My name is Ritu Srivastava, and along with me, Kubar Vijay Parmar, we both are the founders of Vivitan Entrepreneurship Foundation, and I'm just going to share this screen. So we'll just tell you a little bit about the foundation, and then we'll come straight onto the program, which we have prepared especially for the schools. I hope you're able to see my screen, Arunima. Okay. So
I can see your screen.
Thank you. Vivitan Entrepreneurship Foundation is a Section 8 not-for-profit company, and we are based in Gurgaon. and our vision to support our nation to become a Atmanirbhar Bharat by nurturing entrepreneurship among students and youth. So we believe mass entrepreneurship is the call of the time, and there are many challenges which we can fight through the entrepreneurship. When we are talking about entrepreneurship, so it's not only about to become a businessman or to start a business. It's a lifestyle, it's a learning which can be useful in the entire all the phases of life. Maybe when the students become entrepreneur in a corporate setup, or they want to start something of their own. But before that, how can they identify the problem around themselves? How can they find the solution? How can they think out of box? And most importantly, they can learn to innovate. So we are working on the SDGs. And till now, we have a lot of initiatives where we are working with the children to encourage them to think out of box, think about new ideas, how to solve the problems. And we are also working with the women and the large projects. And also, along with that, we are working on the livelihood projects for the micro entrepreneurs. Those are students also, and the women entrepreneurs. What we have done till now, we have been part of the India's biggest school innovation ambassador training program, which is the initiative of Ministry of Education in collaboration with Ministry of Tribal Affairs. And it was implemented by the Ministry's Innovation Cell and CBSE. So there we have trained 50,000 school teachers, those school teachers from the class 8th to 12th. And the topic was entrepreneurship, innovation, out of box thinking, design thinking, and all the related topics around that. Now, apart from that, we are also working with the government schools on the same projects and something in the Africa as well. So when we were working on this project with the CBSE teachers, they have told us that whatever training they are getting from us, how can we strengthen that relationship, and how can we take this training further after that ministry's program is over. So keeping in mind, we have prepared a project which I'm going to just share and will explain.
जोया है ना, टैब भूल के गई, तो लेके आओ बोलू स्कूल में.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, just give me a second. Yeah, so in the meantime, I'll tell you about the program. In the meantime, I'm sharing the screen. If you can cover, if you can tell about the program.
Yeah, so the insight with working with these CBSE schools and teachers was that, how this entire training and the program can be a continual process. And that's where we have now started a program which is called Schoolpreneur, or you call it Entrepreneurship Future Clubs. So we are setting up future clubs in all the schools, where we will be offering different programs from entrepreneurship to 21st century skills and all other programs which can help a student to build his personality, his career, and overall holistic grooming. So that is what we have been now working, and we look forward the same could also be offered to you, all the schools. And it will be a hybrid model where we will have some part physical, where we'll be sending physical our game kits and workbooks, and the rest of the part will be online through our portal. So Ritu will take you quickly through the program.
Yeah, so this is the program, is Schoolpreneur, which has the 3 levels. It's a beginner for class 5th to 8th, the explorer, which is for the class 9 to 12th. Offering is, as Kuva told you, the first we'll discuss with the schools, and we will establish the e-cells, which we are already doing in the CBSE schools, and supporting schools to set up the e-cells. We will be providing them the kits, our game kits, and the entire material. The activity calendar, what they have to do in the entire year to motivate students and teachers to how to generate idea, and the students will be more future ready. They can become the part of the Ideathon, Hackathon, and other the Startup India projects they can participate on. And you'll get a tech platform with all these details. The benefit for schools is that that's become a brand building for the schools, that you are teaching something which is futuristic. Entrepreneurship, innovation is the need of the hour and the future. The culture of innovation and entrepreneurship that will be developed in the schools. You will get the highly curated online program and the content and the tech platform along with the game. So students can play the game and they can see their scores, they can generate their report after the game. So the learning with the fun, and that game is which we have designed, that's our own game. And the entire thing on the teachers training. What's the benefit for the students? Obviously, they'll get the tech platform, the games, the kids. When they will reach to a certain level with their idea generation, validation stage, they'll we will connect them with the ecosystem, with the incubators, accelerators, and the early stage investors. We'll get them the startup internship opportunities. And we have a global community of mentors and experts and evaluators, and they'll become part of that. And the validation and recognition along with the e-certificate. So we already have this page on the website, which we will share, and there's a form. The teachers can fill up the form, and then we will connect with them and explain more in the detail. So I think that's it from our side.
And this is an evolving process. So we always feel that there is always learning on both sides. So we are interacting with schools. Like, for example, we were thinking to start it from 6th class onward, but all the schools, they are saying, no, take 5th class also. So we'll be coming up with more programs. We'll be coming with more support system online and offline, which can help you as a budget school. So we are looking forward inputs from your side, things which can really add value to you, your institution, and to the students.
Thank you so much.
We can, thanks from our side. We are open for Q&A later on in discussion.
Thank you so much, Ritu ma'am and sir. This is a really interesting space. So kudos to you to come up with an idea as such powerful. Just moving ahead in the interest of time, and also reminding the audience to note down their questions and thoughts for the networking space. We have Pranjal from Titli. Titli aims to be a partner of choice for institutions who wish to access superior training and resources in early childhood care and education anywhere in India, and college students, trainers, and youth. Pranjal, the stage is all yours. You can go ahead and share your screen.
Hi, Arunima. Good evening. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I'll just share my screen. One minute, I'm facing a difficulty sharing my screen. Arunima, it is asking me to quit and reopen to share my screen. So I'll probably need like 1 minute.
Okay, can we move on to another person?
Sure.
Right? Okay. Do we have Nihal here from? Nihal, are you here?
Yeah, hi Arunima, I'm here.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'll just give a quick introduction for you, and then we can move on to you, right? All right. So we have Apna app. We have Nihal from Apna app here. Apna app is India's first number one, actually, professional app for the rising workforce. Their mission is to connect people with opportunities. Nihal will take us ahead from here. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Arunima, for that introduction. So let me just share my screen and quickly start this session without wasting any time. Can you all see my screen? Please just respond yes or no in the chat.
Yes. We
Perfect.
can.
Yes. So my name is Nihal, and I'm the Director of Partnerships, Marketing and Growth and 0 to 1 projects at Apna. And what is Apna? Apna is a very new age organization that is helping and solving the problem of unemployment. And how do we explain ourselves and how do we identify ourselves? So we are like that platform which is unlocking opportunities for Bharat. And how we are doing that? There are 4 primarily pillars, which is digital identity, professional networking, community and jobs. तो इन्हीं के बारे में मैं बात करूंगा आगे और यही मैं एक्सप्लेन करूंगा कि कैसे हम लोग ये सॉल्व कर रहे हैं. Now, अगर आप देखोगे अभी तक क्या हुआ, एंड आई जस्ट गिव यू वन सिंपल स्टोरी एंड एक्सप्लेन यू कि क्यों ये ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म, क्यों हमें अपॉर्चुनिटीज के लिए equal playground बनाने की जरूरत है. So I'll just start with, so imagine there is Ruksar who's 25 who stays in Ghaziabad, and then there is Akshay who stays in New Delhi and is 26. इन दोनों के बीच में कुछ सिमिलैरिटीज हैं when we talk about professional networking opportunities या जॉब की जब भी बात होती है. So birth, अगर आप देखा जाए तो रुखसार जो है इकोनॉमिकली डिसएडवांटेज फैमिली से आती हैं, बट वही अक्षय है वो बॉर्न विद इकोनॉमिक एडवांटेजेस, डुअल इनकम फैमिली से आते हैं. रुखसार को अच्छी एजुकेशन नहीं मिली, हाई स्कूल ड्रॉप आउट थी, एंड वहीं अक्षय को क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन, एक्सेस टू क्वालिटी एजुकेशन था. रुखसार का जो नेटवर्क था वो ऑलवेज वेरी लिमिटेड टू फ्रेंड्स, फैमिली एंड नेबर्स. वैसे ही अक्षय का, दे वर प्रोफेशनल्स, दे वर मेंटर्स, दे वर ग्लोबल नेटवर्क ऑफ peers who helped him out in career, और हर चीज के लिए एक एक्सपर्ट था. वहीं करियर के लिए भी अक्षय was switching jobs for career progression, and वही जो रुखसार थी वो बेसिक सर्वाइवल के लिए वो जॉब करना चाह रही थी. उनको बेसिक सर्वाइवल या बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट या डेली नीड्स के लिए वो जॉब कर रही थी. ऑन द अदर साइड जो उनकी डिपेंडेंसी थी, जैसे मैंने बताया कि एक फैमिली टू फीड था, रुखसार इसलिए जॉब कर रही थी, एंड वहां पे वो अक्षय थे कि वो डुअल इनकम फैमिली से आए थे, ही वाज एक्चुअली लिविंग हिज लाइफ. बट इंटरनेट के आने के बाद 2 चीजें ऐसी हुई हैं कि स्मार्टफोन और इंटरनेट ने दोनों को ना बहुत ही सिमिलर कर दिया है. देयर इज नो डिफरेंस अमंग द टू, and that's where Apna started innovating, and that's where Apna started nudging the users that they can also have a same kind of opportunities just like Akshay as well. And how did we do that? So it's a very simple thing. हम लोगों ने देखा, like the founding team, we all started working as foremen, cashman, delivery, welder. हम सब लोग नौकरियां कर रहे थे ऐसा, just to understand कि क्या होता है when we say blue and gray collar के लिए, and how can we create more opportunities. And what we realized that frontline workers में they have skills but they do not have resume. 80% of the jobs are still filled via network. कि किसी का भाई होगा, किसी का चाचा का लड़का होगा या मामा का लड़का या लड़की होगी, उनको जॉब्स दी जाती है. They especially, there's a confidence deficit and they need hand holding at every time. Professional and social life are interlaced, and like they need all kind of mentorship, social and professional networks से validation बहुत जरूरी चाहिए होते हैं इन लोगों को. And whenever we talk about skilling, they need a very fast guaranteed gratification or an outcome. And इसी चीज को पूरा करते हुए we thought of creating a platform called Apna. अपना बहुत सिंपल तरीके से मैं समझाना चाहूंगा. अपना पे जॉब्स हैं और आप ये सारे कंपेटिटर्स भी देख सकते हैं कि वहां पे हमारे पास, आई विल टेल यू द नंबर्स एज वेल एंड व्हाई इट इज वेरी रेलेवेंट फॉर द टारगेट ऑडियंस राइट नाउ हु इज सिटिंग ऑन दिस कॉल. Like your principals, your TFI fellows, your Gandhi fellows, so many people are there, and parents, like this is something which is very close to heart, the social impact side of thing. Like parents, and COVID में सबने बहुत सारी jobs खोई है, and Apna has been that pivotal moment for everyone because we were able to connect people with hyper local opportunities. अगर आप मुंबई में हैं, अगर मुंबई में भी धारावी में हैं, धारावी के आसपास आप जॉब ढूंढ सकते हैं. दिल्ली में करोल बाग में है तो करोल बाग के आसपास जॉब ढूंढ सकते हैं. And right now we are present in more than 65 cities across India. Second is we provide digital identity to everyone. We give them a digital visiting card which you can share professionally and on WhatsApp, on anywhere. The third piece is we have communities. This is the first time in India that we have a dedicated community for plumbers, electrician, beauty, beauty skilled professionals. Then you have chefs. Then there are so many, and there are like 60 odd communities on the platform. And these communities are really pivotal. And I'll show you what kind of conversations are happening in these communities. And the last piece is the skilling, where we are also helping people getting skill on short-term skilling or getting that mentorship, which actually gets them closer to their dream. So that's how we do it. And you can see the digital visiting card, you can see the community screenshot. And I would suggest everybody to download Apna app. It is only available on Android phone. And then you see the kind of interventions we are making, the kind of things we are trying to focus upon. And it's all in vernacular languages. That's the beauty of it. So कोई मराठी में करना चाहता है तो उनके लिए मराठी है, कोई बैंगलोर से है, अगर कन्नड़ा करना चाहते हैं कन्नड़ा है, हिंदी है. So that's the beauty of our platform. And when I was talking about the professional networking and when I was talking about the communities, you would see people are sharing their work. People want to get their validation from the social network. And carpenter community में लोग पूछ रहे हैं कि मेरा काम है. Electrician community में there is a whole community dedicated to learn English. People are actually finding and like learning English वहाँ से. Then there is digital marketing community. So there are so many communities over there where people are interacting among themselves, getting exposed to knowledge, learning from each other, creating more opportunities which are not present in the official environment, and collaborating as well. So all of this is happening on Apna app right now. How we have turned around and how we have actually find the product market fit. कि अपना इतना चल क्यों रहा है? Very simple. We are able to help organizations in hiring in just 48 hours. तो लोगों को कुछ नहीं करना होता है. All they need to do is they download अपना app, जॉब ढूंढिए, वहां पे क्लिक करें, आपको एक बहुत ही क्विक असेसमेंट पूछा जाएगा. इफ यू आर एबल टू आंसर ऑल योर क्वेश्चंस इन वन गो, यू कैन डायरेक्टली स्पीक टू द एचआर और अपना इंटरव्यू फिक्स करिए और इंटरव्यू के बाद आपको जॉब मिल जाएगी. सो इट्स दैट सिंपल. And that's how what we have done. Like it's something which is new to India, which hasn't been done because अभी तक क्या हो रहा था, आपको रिज्यूमे भेजना होता था and then you have to wait कि आएगा मेरे को कॉल आएगा, या there was no transparency. And especially in the blue and the gray collar space, वहां पे किसी को भी preferred choice of work नहीं मिलता था. You were always selected by the organization. अच्छा आप प्लम्बर हो, हमें 50 प्लम्बर की जरूरत है, आप आ जाओ हमारे साथ. But as an individual, if I don't want to work with that organization, I never had that opportunity. And again, we have made this whole process very democratic in nature. Just talking about few numbers. So right now we have close to 2.2 crore users. We on our platform on every month basis, we have somewhere between 2 crore conversations which is happening. 18 million interviews arranged last month. Almost close to 2.5 lakh organization trust Apna for their hiring requirements. On a monthly level, we have 5 million plus jobs. And as part of our communities, now we have actually created 1,000 plus influencers from tier 2 and tier 3 cities, which is eventually be very big and will help more people to join the platform. This is all about apna.co. I have nothing else. More than happy to take on questions, answers, everything. And if there anything, more than happy. Yeah. And I can just drop my email ID on the chat. So if you have any questions, anything, if you want to connect later on, happy to do that as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nihal, for presenting on something that is digital oriented and a bit different. And I'm sure that our students and our teachers can get on Apna app and scroll through a lot of opportunities as well. Again, would like to ask the audience to note down their questions that if you want to ask Nihal, and you can take it on in your networking space in the breakout room. So our last but not the least, Pranjal, are you here? Have you joined back? Pranjal from Titli?
Yes, I'm here. I'm just sharing my screen.
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Can you guys see the screen?
Yes, we
can. Hi, good evening. Thank you so much, Arunima. So I'll just give you a brief introduction of what Titli is. So Titli is an acronym for Together in Transforming Learning in India. हम बड़ी ही सिंपल चीज करते हैं. हम टीचर्स को ट्रेन करते हैं, टीचर्स को प्रशिक्षित करते हैं कि वो 6 साल से कम के बच्चों को पढ़ा पाएं. We train teachers to kind of facilitate children effectively below 6 years of age, and I'll so basically what we intend to do is to be kind of recognized as the front runner in quality capacity building in early childhood across the country, and our kind of mission is to train at least 20 million women over the next decade in early childhood education. There are 2 programs that we run. One is an Anganwadi program where we train Anganwadi workers. We have been working with more than 2,500 Anganwadis across 4 districts. And second is the early childhood education program, which is for preschools and daycare centers. So here we are, we are training teachers so that they are able to work with preschools. They are able to kind of, have a additional income for their families. It's a short course. The course has approximately, it has an average return of investment within 12 months. कि आज के दिन कोई भी ये course करता है तो उनको 12 months is actually maximum. You are able to get a return within 3 to 4 months. जितने भी हमारे टीच लाइक कोर्स हिंदी एज वेल, और इस कोर्स के साथ हम एक 250 घंटे का इंटर्नशिप भी प्रोवाइड करते हैं, जो कि हेल्प करता है टीचर्स को कि वो अच्छे से ये समझ पाएं कि भाई जब वो क्लास में जाके बच्चों को पढ़ाएंगे तो उनको किस किस्म की परेशानी होगी, उस हाउ कैन दे काइंड ऑफ टैकल इट. हमारे जो प्रोग्राम का टारगेट ऑडियंस है, दैट इज कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स या विमेन जो पार्ट टाइम एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज जिनको या जो यंग मदर्स हैं या एग्जिस्ट अपस्किल, we have a very high kind of level of satisfaction as for the people who have taken our program, with more than 90% of the people wanting to refer our program to their participants, their friends. How do we work? I'll tell you. So for preschool teachers, we work with preschools and we work with daycare centers. तो इसमें क्या होता है, preschools can open franchisees or training institutes in their own school. So you can also train your own teachers and you can help your parents, your parents of your children to become preschool teachers in your own school or in kind of nearby schools, thereby helping them supplement their incomes. तो हम जितने भी प्री स्कूल्स के साथ टाई अप करते हैं उसमें क्या होता है, बहुत सारे स्कूल्स रहते हैं जिनके पेरेंट्स को जिनके स्पेशली मदर्स को कुछ ना कुछ कभी कभी करना होता है, लेकिन उनके पास कोई ऑप्शंस नहीं होते हैं. तो ये एक ऐसा है कि भाई जब उनके बच्चे प्री स्कूल्स में आ रहे हैं तब वो मदर्स भी ट्रेनिंग ले सकती हैं और उसके बाद वो कहीं और जाके यहाँ एम्प्लॉय हो सकती है. तो ये क्या होता है, जनरली प्री स्कूल का 3 से 4 घंटा 5 घंटे का एम्प्लॉयमेंट रहता है, ताकि वो जो महिला है जो प्रशिक्षित हुई है आपके पास, वो अपना घर भी संभाल सकती है और साथ साथ में रिस्पेक्टेबल इनकम भी अर्न कर सकती है. और जो हमने देखा है कि भाई ज्यादातर लोग जिनको रिजर्वेशन होता है कि भाई उनके घर की महिलाएं बाहर जाके काम नहीं कर सकती, टीचिंग एक ऐसा जॉब है जिसके लिए सभी कोई स्वाभाविक तरीके से हाँ बोल देते हैं, कि वो एक सेफ जॉब है, वो एक रिस्पेक्टेबल जॉब है, ठीक है, और उससे वो एक पार्ट टाइम जॉब भी है कि आप दोनों चीजों को मैनेज कर सकते हैं. ये एक ब्रीफ है हमारी टीम और हमारे पैनल ऑफ एडवाइजर्स. मैं आपको सिर्फ 1 मिनट एक और कोर्स का अपना वो दिखाना चाहता हूँ, आउटलाइन दिखाना चाहता हूँ. 1 मिनट. आप लोग ये देख पा रहे हैं? ये जो हमारा कोर्स है ये करीब करीब ये 3 महीने का कोर्स है ट्रेनिंग का, और उसके बाद 3 महीने का कोर्स है इंटर्नशिप का। तो उसमें हमारे करीब 5 मॉड्यूल्स हैं। हर एक मॉड्यूल बड़ा ही प्रैक्टिकल है। इसमें जो एक मॉड्यूल है उसमें करीब करीब 2.5 घंटे का सेशन होता है। 2 घंटे का सेशन पूरे ट्रेनिंग कॉन्सेप्ट्स को बताता है, और जो आधे घंटे का सेशन है दैट इज ऑन बेसिकली स्किल्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन। क्योंकि अधिकतर बार हम ये देखते हैं कि जो टीचर्स हैं वो भले ही टेक्निकल चीजों की उनको जानकारी है, लेकिन वो बच्चों से बराबर से कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर पाते। तो आधे घंटे का हमारा कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स भी रहता है, और साथ में उसमें वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ रिकैप एंड कंक्लूजन दैट हैपेंस। हर एक मॉड्यूल में करीब करीब 5 असाइनमेंट्स रहते हैं, तो टोटल में 25 असाइनमेंट्स मिलते हैं। वर्कशॉप्स रहते हैं, और टुवर्ड्स द एंड रेज्यूमे और इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन भी हम अपने टीचर्स को बताते हैं, ताकि वो जब किसी प्री स्कूल में जाएं इंटरव्यू देने के लिए तो उसके बारे में उनको जानकारी हो। एंड ओवरऑल करीब मतलब हमारे जितने भी टीचर्स रहते हैं वी प्रोवाइड देम जॉब गारंटी, कि जो भी इस कोर्स को करके निकला है दे विल बी एबल टू गेट जॉब्स विद इन देयर प्री स्कूल। जो हमारे टीचर्स हैं उनको जॉब रेंज मिलता है, करीब सैलरी रेंज मिलता है करीब करीब 6,500 नीचे, और ऊपर करीब करीब 15,000, depending on the kind of schools they go to and the kind of hours they work on.
Pranjal, sorry to interrupt you, but you have approximately 15 to 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, so I'm kind of done. We have we have 6 to 7 centers currently in Bombay, and if any of you kind of want to understand how to skill your teachers better or how to start your own center, we can have a discussion in the breakout room. I'll put my details on the chat right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pranjal. This was a very innovative way. Like, we all want our parents to also upskill themselves, right, with the school. So thank you so much. With this, I'm going to quickly present my screen and showcase all the NGOs who have presented right now. The breakout rooms will be open, and all the representatives of every NGO will be in the breakout room. I request the audience to please feel free to jump into the breakout room that interests you the most. Yeah. Here you go. These are the organizations, and please feel free to choose which organization you would like to, which breakout room you would like to go.
Hi, Arunima. I'm really sorry to interrupt, but I'd just like to point out one small thing. The Apprentice Project works in social and emotional skill development rather than vocational training. Just wanted to put that out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Soumya, if you could open the breakout room.
Yeah, I'll assign 15 minutes to this.
Sure. I would request the organization representatives to please jump into the breakout rooms as soon as we open the room so that it's not vacant. Thank you. Audience, please.
In case you're not able to choose the breakout room of your liking, please put it on the chat and we will move you to the room. अगर आपसे choose करने नहीं हो रहा है तो please chat पे डालिए और हम आपको move करेंगे.
We'd love to give you more time to connect and have a one-on-one conversation with all the organizations. And as a follow-up, we'll have just a call wherein you can go and speak to them. But in addition to that, to do this, I would ask my colleague Aditi to just share the feedback form on the chat. and you can select which organizations you want to partner with, and we will definitely go ahead and connect you to them from our end. Thank you so much for being a part of this NGO Mela, and I hope you all had a good time. I would quickly ask any two representatives from the organization to share their experience, and then we can move on to the audience.
I'll go ahead, Arunima. I think it was really nice to interact with Zulekha ma'am was there, Rajkumari ma'am was there, and they were all asking about a lot of questions, isko kaise karna and all that. That was really exciting. I was feeling very excited to, answer those questions, and I am looking forward to connect with a lot of people after this and talk about the program more. Thank you so much for creating this space.
Thank you so much, Neha. Would like to ask any one of the school principals or the audience to just come off mute and share your experience.
Hi, Anurima. Sorry. Actually, I joined in between. I joined at 5 o'clock. So in the initial NGOs, I could not hear, but then I could get out from the screen that you had shared. I came to know what they were about. The second half I did, but I have one complaint that there were 12 NGOs and you had put up all of them in one session. I think you should have divided it into 2 sessions so that we could interact, because I could interact in the second session only with 2 people. I wanted to interact with others, but then the breakout rooms were of very short duration. So I couldn't do. Aloroma was one where I could talk to them, and Apni Shala. I also wanted to talk to 321, but due to lack of time, I couldn't do that. So if you could have divided these 2 sessions into 2 different, like 6 on one session and 6, so that we could have got more time to, interact. But I would request you to please share their contact details, email IDs. So definitely, because with Apni Shala, I came to know that she stays in Vashi itself. So she said, I'll drop into your school anytime. So there I can connect, and others, if you can share their details, then we can get in touch with them. And thank you very much for this wonderful session. It was one of the best sessions of Barefoot. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Zulekha ma'am. Point taken. Our strategy was to show this as a trailer and to tell you that picture abhi baki hai. So, yeah, so definitely moving ahead, and the next strategy plan is to connect you with these organizations so that you can have a more personalized conversation with them. So that's the plan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a part of this NGO Mela. Others, if you would like to come off mute and say something, please feel free.
Hi, Swati. And hello.
Yes, Sarita.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much for bringing so many organizations at one place for all of us to see and interact and share. It's been a great experience. This evening was really, really very, very enriching. And definitely we are going to connect with a few of them, and it's going to make a difference to us as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sarita ma'am. Again, reiterating, I request everyone to please fill the feedback form. It is very crucial for us to connect you to these organizations, and for organizations to also establish a connect with you. So reiterating it again, please fill the feedback form. The link is on the chat box.
Please share it on the WhatsApp group.
Yes, yes. I will be sharing it on the WhatsApp group as well.
I have a very poor network right now.
Sure. Will you?
Thank you. Good evening. And I will have to leave now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sarita ma'am. Thank you, everyone. If anyone would like to drop in any feedback, please do it on the form. Thank you so much. Have a great and lovely evening ahead.
Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you so much.